Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. It's your host, ID Jester. Got the second half of Super Bowl 54 between San Francisco and Kansas City coming up here with data-driven slash payday slash Sports Illustrated Pro Football. Really good game. Really great system. Check out the data-driven football website. It's loaded with a lot of great stuff, and everything you can see here today, except for the Excel sheet that I created, you can download and play this for free, and hopefully pick you up a couple seasons of data-driven football over there at the website, and support the gentleman that's doing a lot of work with data-driven football and keeping it alive and creating the charts and everything we need to play these games. So, thanks to him, we have things that we can do. Let me make sure everything seems to be loaded. I think it is. And we're going to have second half action here. Here we go. Second half action between San Francisco and Kansas City. San Francisco is up 10-7 at halftime here. We need to go to next quarter. We're going into the third quarter here. Reset 15 minutes on the clock. There we go. So Kansas City's going to be kicking off here from their 35-yard line. And again, I've got the information as big as I can over here to try and make it a little bit easier, but let's see. Kansas City's going to be kicking off down 7-10 at halftime. Can we get some more offense? We'll see. Here we go. As a 23 on the kickoff. 23 on the kickoff is 65 yards. At the goal line. So San Francisco's got it at the goal line. They will run it back. 34 on the kickoff return. And that's going to be 34 yards. So San Francisco is going to have it at their 34-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10. There we go. All right. So we should be good to go. Again, this is a little Excel sheet that I put together that will automatically roll for offense and defensive chances. And so with San Francisco's on the ball, has the ball, this is their offense that they roll a pass. We'll look over here. If they roll a run, then we'll look at the first column. And for the defense, we look to see if they call a pass or rush. If they call a pass, we'll look over here. If they call a rush, then we look at the first column. That gives us our matrix where we will figure out what is going on with the offense and the defense. Really great game, really fun, interesting, and it lets you play it once you get in the groove of things very, very quickly. And 1st and 10 from the 34. Here we go. So I need to, let's get a play call. So I just hit this a bunch of times, not looking. I'm just kind of randomly looking at this. And it's going to be a run, and so San Francisco is going to be doing a 2. They chose a run, but they chose a blitz, so it's going to be a 2F. So what I like to do is put that into the chat so I don't forget what I actually was called. So it's a 2F. So now for San Francisco, we roll. That's a 37 on the 2 column. It's going to be 8 yards. And an F, and a 2, F and a 2, F and a 2. The cross matrix uses a white area, which means no adjustment, so it's going to be 8-yard pickup. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to be second down. Second and goal and 2. There was a kickoff, which we forgot. Let's see. I just want to get the timing down. Kickoff. Kickoff's not returned in the last 2 minutes of the half. I'm gonna say 10 seconds for the kickoff, and then with that run, it's 40 seconds. So there we go. So 14:10 to go, and now we just basically rinse and repeat. So it's gonna be second down and 2nd and 2 San Francisco, and they're gonna do a pass. This time they're gonna do a short pass, 6. They chose the pass and a blitz again, so it's gonna be a 6F. I just again like to put that in there so I don't forget what I'm doing. 6F. This time we'll do it all capitals. There we go. So for San Francisco, a 6 and a 35. 6 and a 35. Cross matrix those. That's going to be 9 yards. And an F and a 3. F and a 3 on the 6 is going to be a blank. So Kansas City's defense is not helping at all. And that's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Another 40 seconds off the clock, and it's going to be a first down, as Dave Garner likes to call it. First down. I wish that the little offensive and defensive matrix up here would work, but for some reason they're not working. So anyways, we're at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 San Francisco, and we just go again. Boom, 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 boom. You can see how quick it goes, and if you weren't like trying to run 3A this time. It's going to be a 3A. A 3 and a 35. And an A and a 1. Write it, and that's going to be a 6-yard pick. 50 to go in the first quarter. I'm sorry, in the third quarter. San Francisco driving. So 6 and 11. That could be interesting. Interception 2. Interception 2. Wow. Bad throw there by Colin Kaepernick. It's going to be interception 2 yards downfield. I'm pretty sure it's an automatic interception. Let me just check. Then there's no notes. There's no rule booklet in this at all. I'd have to get out my rule booklet. Yeah. So it's interception numbers, interception pass. How many yards downfield? Yeah. So 2 yards down the field. 1, 2, and it's going to be a turnover at the 41. And Kansas City, can they get a interception return? 1-0-0. So that is a 10, and you don't see that number very often. 1-0-0 is actually going to be a 4-yard pickup. So Kansas City's going to get it 1st and 10. There was a turnover, so just 10 seconds off the clock, I believe, when you're doing change of possession. Yeah, 10 seconds. Okay. So there you go. And Kansas City's going to come on offense. And a huge play there on defense is Colin Kaepernick shaking his head like, what was I thinking? Tries to dump it off, and it's intercepted. And now it's Patrick Mahomes here in Super Bowl 54. Gets the reprieve. And they have it 1st and 10 from their 45. And, of course, we got our little matrix with our would be mine. There, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, Patrick Mahomes and company. Can the San Francisco defense get it back? And I'm going to go until I see a pass there because I know they're not going to run it in. I'm going to try a screen pass versus a nickel defense. So it's a 5D. 5 and a 24. This could be interesting. 5 and a 24 is 1 yard. A D and a 2. A D and a 2 is going to be no adjustment, so it's just going to be a 1 yard pickup on the screen pass. And they're going to have to boot it away there. 46, 3, 4, 40 seconds off the clock. And I think Kansas City on 4th and 9. 23 on the punt is a booming 50-yarder. So it's going to be at the 4-yard line. And 1st and 10. San Francisco rolled all the way down to the 4-yard. You have a QT results, and then you have a number in the brackets for red. The number in the brackets override the QT. Is that what I rolled, though? 3B. Oh, no, I rolled a green in brackets, not a red. So a green in brackets. Offense, I rolled a 17. So offense rolled a QT. 3 on the B. And we rolled a 2 green. So QT and a Q2 green. So the 2 in brackets overrides the QT. But for both red and it's going to be a 2-yard pickup. 1, 2, 2nd down. 2nd and 8, San Francisco. I just want to make sure because I wasn't 100% sure on how that one was going to play out. So 2nd and 8 from the 6. They feel a little bit better now. A short pass versus a E. So a 6E. 28 on the 28. We're getting into short pass is a 2. E and a 2. And a -1. So 2 and a -1 is going to be 1 yard pickup. 3rd down. 10-10 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 7. Medium pass versus E defense. So 70. 17 on a long pass is going to be offensive penalty. E defense. 1 on the E defense. And a long would be a QT result. 17 and a long. Oh no, a 17 and a long. Wait, was it a long? It's a 7. No, it's medium. Medium. Yeah, it was a medium. I keep thinking long was 7, but medium is 7. So 17 and 7 is offensive penalty, so 5 yards. So basically halfway. So 1, 2, 3. And replay 10 seconds. Replay 3rd down again. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 back to the 4. 3rd and 10 back at the 4. So it's going to be a sideline 9D. 9 and a D. 9 and a 23. It's 10 yards. Let's see if they can get the pass to be completed now. 10 yards. And a 1 and a D. 1 and a D is a -2, so it's going to be 8 yards. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down for Colin Kaepernick and company from their own 12. 4th and 2, they're going to definitely punt it. They're not going to risk anything here. So punting it away. 24. Punt. 55. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kickoff or punt return. 24 on the punt return. 10 yards. And 10-second turnover. And 1st and 10. Kansas City, another great starting position for their offense. After the turnover and then the good punt. And now the good defense. And they're getting it back in good position. Kansas City down 7-10. And here we go. In the 9:10 to go in the third quarter. That's where we're at, third quarter. So we're doing a screen pass versus E. So 5E. 13 and a 5 is 8 yards. E defense and a 2. And 5 is blank, so it's going to be a 5-yard pickup. 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And it's going to be another short versus C. So 6 and a C. 6 and a 31. 14 yards. C defense is not going to be good. C and a 2. It's going to be blank. And a 14-yard pickup. Huge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 10. And it's going to be 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 7:50 to go in the first quarter. Huge pass by Mahomes that time. Trying to get in field goal range and tie this up. It's going to be a 2 versus an F. 2F. 16 on a 2 is 1 yard. F and a 1. There's going to be no adjustment, so 1 yard. 2nd down. 2nd and 9. Short versus A difference. So 6A. 32 on the 6. 32 on the 6. 32 on the 6. 4 yards. A defense and a 2. And the 6 is a blank. So it's going to be, what do they say, 4 yards? Third and 5. Yeah, 3rd and 5. So could be a run, could be a pass. Here at the 32-yard line. It's going to be a short versus a blitz. 6F again. 14 on the 6 is 12. It's a 12-yard F on the defense, and a 2 versus a 6 is blank, and it's going to be a 14-yard pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right 10. It's going to be first down and 10. 5:50 to go. We're in the third quarter. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Kansas City driving, trying to take the lead. Forgetting about trying to tie it up. We're going for the lead. 6 versus a C again. 6C. 23 and a 6. 3 yards. C and a 2. C and a 2 on a 6 is blank. So 2-yard pickup. Second down. Second down and 8. I should change that. Second down and 8. All right, here we go. Second and 8. A pass again, short. Versus A, 6A. 26. 26 and then 6 is 10 yards. A defense, A and a 4. Oh, we're going to get into something crazy here. And yeah, anytime you roll 4s and 5s, that's when usually bad things happen to the offense. In this case, it's fortunate that it's nothing. If it would have been a 5, it would have been a fumble. But it's going to be incomplete pass. 5 minutes to go. You're in the third quarter. It's third down and 8. Third and 8, Kansas City. And I'm going to call a pass on this one. Third and 8. So we're just going to randomize until we get a pass. We're going to try a screen pass. And for San Francisco, I'm going to choose a pass defense. E. So it's going to be a I'm just going to redo it because I'm not even remember what the hell pass. There we go. 6 and an E. 6E. There we go. I think that's what it was anyways. 31 on his 6. 31 on his 6. And that's a good number. 14 yards again. And a 2 on an E and a 6. And that's an override. 6 yards. And it's going to bring 4th and 2 from the 10. 4th and 2 from the 10. And that was 4:20 to go. They need to decide what they're going to do here. I think you got to take the points. Got to kick the field goal. They're going to kick the field goal. 25. That's not good. Field goal. 25 is good from 30 yards or less. And it is up and it is good. And whew. Kansas City will take 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds off the clock. And they're going to be kicking off. 26 on the kickoff. 68. 50, 3 yards deep. They're just going to take it at the 25. First and 10. So we got a tie ball game with 4:10 to go in the third quarter. 10-10 is your score. Kansas City drove all the way down to the 10-yard line. 4th and 2. They decided not to risk it with this much time left in the game and get back to even with San Francisco. All right, here we go with Colin Kaepernick, who's had a good second half until the interception. And we do need my little cheat sheet here. So a short pass versus a 6A again. 18. 18. And a 6 is 10 yards. Woof. So 6A 1 on the A is a 1, and they're going to add 1 to that, so it's going to be 11 yards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And first down. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter, and it's 1st and 10 from the 36. Can Colin Kaepernick get a drive? They've been driving. They just have to keep the ball and not do something stupid. Sideline pass versus a B. So it's a 9B. 26 on the 9 is 12 yards. A B and a do is going to be no adjustment. So 9-yard pickup. So right at midfield, second to go. Second down and 1, 2nd and 1. They can do just about anything they want here. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 1 from the 45, not the 50. That's the 45-yard line. 2nd and 1. They're going to try a long pass, and they do. But they were looking for it and chose a defense. So a long pass was 8, not 9. So it's an 8A. 8A. 35 on the long. That's a QT result. An A and a do. And long is a blank. So a QT and a blank probably is going to be a QT. QT and a blank is going to be a QT. So Colin Kaepernick's going to have to scramble here. And we roll a 34 on the QT. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss. 2-yard loss. So 2:10 to go here before the fourth quarter starts. 3rd and 3 at San Francisco. This could be a run or a pass. I'm going to let it just, whatever it decides is whatever it decides. Just hit, not even looking. I'm looking at this over here to see if anyone's posting messages. No one's posted a message. Another sideline. They're looking for a D, so 9D. 25 on the 9. 25, and the 9 is 19 yards. A D and a 1 is -2, so it's going to be a 17-yard pickup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All the way down the 40-yard line. A huge pass there by Colin Kaepernick. 1:30 to go in the third quarter, and a huge third down completion there. Can San Francisco take the lead back? It's going to be a 2 versus an E, a 2E. They were thinking pass. 2-0-0 is only a 2-yarder, though. And a 3 and an E. And a 2 is adding 4 to that. So a 2 plus 4 is 6 yards. And 2nd down. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. A medium versus a B is 7B. 22 and a 7. 12 yards. A B and a 3. And a -2. So a, what was it, 22? 12 yards -2 is going to still be 10 yards. And a first down. 10 seconds to go. So this will be the last play of the third quarter. Last play of the third quarter. San Francisco driving again. Can they keep the ball out of the hands of the defenders? It's a screen versus an A, so 5A. 24 on the 24 on the screen is 3 yards. A and a 1. And A and a 1 is going to be incomplete, so it's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to do it. We're going to the fourth quarter. And 2nd and 10, San Francisco. We're tied at 10 apiece. Can San Francisco take the lead here at the beginning of the 4th? We shall see. And they're going to try an end run versus a D, so a 3D. 34. 8 yards. And a D and a 3. First, it's going to be a blank. A 3 and a D is a blank on the nickel defense. So it was 34 again. On the 3 was 8. And a blank is going to be 8-yard pickup. And 2, 3, 4. 2nd and 2 from the 16. 2nd and 2 from the 16. A 2 and an E, a 2E again. So, Kansas City not calling good defenses right now. 38 though, uh-oh, and a 2 is going to be 10 yards. An E and a 1 though is going to be blank, so it's going to be a 10-yard pickup. And it's going to be 1st and goal. From the 6? Yeah, 1st and goal from the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. A 2, and Kansas City's going with a dime defense. E again. 2E. 24 and a 2. 24 and a 2. I'm looking at the wrong thing there. It's a 1 and an E and a 3 and a 2 is going to add 4 yards. That's 5 yards. Stink. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. We're going to go with off tackle. They were blitzing. So it's going to be a 2F. $37 and a 2 is 8 yards. F and a 1 it's going to be 3 yards in brackets, so it's going to override it, but it's still going to be enough for a touchdown. Ten seconds off, so 13 minutes to go. Extra points. I think is 36. It is up and it is good. So 17-10 San Francisco with it, and they will take it back at the 35. Kicking off 37 62, so they down to the 3-yard line. Return is a 32 23 and 3 is 26-yard line. 1st and 10 seconds runoff. All right, so Kansas City down by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter, 17-10. And they'll be on offense, defense. Here we go. No time for, panic just yet. There's still 12 minutes to go in the full quarter to go, basically. So it's short versus an F, so it's 6F. 6 and a 23, 3 yards. An F and a 2, and a 6 is going to be nothing, so it was 3 yards. 2nd down. All right, instead of 40, when Kansas City has it, they're going to go a little bit quicker. So they were going to do it 30 seconds. All right, so not going to go into full hurry up like 20 seconds, but they're going to try to be a little bit quicker about things. So 2nd and 7 from their 29. 2nd and 7 from the 29. Kansas City. Pass, so medium versus A defense. So 7A. 7 and a 21. It's going to be a miss. An A and a 3. This could be interesting, though. An A and a 3 versus a 7 would have been missed anyway. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. 10 seconds off the clock. 10 to go. And it's big 3rd down here. Huge 3rd down. I will call a pass. So I'm not going to let them run it on 3rd and 7. And we'll go with the medium versus A. So 7A. 22. And a 22 is a good number. 7 is 13. An A and a 1. It's going to be no adjustment. A huge 3rd down. 1, 2, 3 plus 10. Ding. 30 seconds to get back up to the line and get things set. So huge pass on 3rd down there. 1st down for Patrick Mahomes. Driving down here. 11:40 to go in the game. It's a 2 versus A. 2A. 35. 35. And a 2 is 5. And an A and a 1 is no adjustment, so 5 yard. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 from the 47. It's going to be a short pass versus C, so 6C. So San Francisco thought they were going to run it that time. 33 on the 6. 33 on the 6. 33 on the 6 is going to be 6 yards. And a C and a 3 on the 6 is going to be blank. So no adjustment, 6 yards and a 1st down. 1st and goal, or 1st and goal. 1st down, 1, 2, 30. Again, 30 seconds off the clock instead of 40. They're just going to try and get the play in a little bit quicker and call it instead of spending 20 seconds in the huddle doing nothing. So 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 47. Driving again. Patrick Mahomes and company down by 7 in the 4th quarter. Super Bowl 56. It's going to be a sideline versus an A. 9A. 24 is 11 yards. And an A and a 1 is going to be no adjustment. And it was at 24, 11 yards. And a 1st down. All right, from the San Francisco 36. 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes and company on a roll now. Medium versus A. 7A. 22 on the 7 is 13 yards. A and a 1. It's going to be no adjustment in 13-yard pickup. And another 1st down, and they're just getting chunks of yardage now. And maybe this hurry-up offense, they should have done that the whole game. They're down to the 23-yard line. A 2 and an F. A 2F. 32. And a 2 is a 1. An F and a 4 is going to be a 3 in brackets, so it's going to override it. 3 yards. Second down. Second down is 7. Can the defense hold now? Short versus A. 6A. 34. Yes, 34. On the 6 is going to be incomplete. An A and a 2. It's going to be blank, so it's going to be incomplete. Third down. 9 minutes to go in the Super Bowl. Hit big third down here. We're going to make sure it's a pass, of course, on 3rd and 7. It's a short versus... well, they would not call a rush middle. So we're going to re-roll that again until they roll a pass defense there. So it's a short versus a D. So 6D. Uh-oh, 16. Here we go. Something crazy. 16 on a 6 is 14 yards, maybe. A D and a 1. 6 is going to be 4 in brackets, so it's going to override it to it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to bring 4th and 3 from the 16. And 30 seconds off the clock. 8:30 to 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They're going to go for it. Normally, I would say they would kick the field goal. 4th and 3, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They haven't been able to stop San Francisco. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Normally, I would not go for it, but I'm going to go for it. You tell me in the chat if I was right or wrong right now before you see the rest of the game. Would you have gone for it or not? Here we go. I'm not looking. 4th and 3, I'm going to call either run or pass because it can go either way. And it's going to be short pass. And versus A. So it's 6A again. 32 on a short. 4 yards. A and a 2. And no adjustment in 4 yards. And a huge pickup. 1st and 10. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Whoa. Whew. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now they need to push it in now. Short versus A again. 6A again. 27 and a 6. 11 yards. A and a 5. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A F, a -1. They lost the yard and it's a fumble. And San Francisco forces the fumble. No, wait, we have to see who recovers. Hang on, they don't automatically recover. Hang on. Fumble. It is these numbers here in red. The numbers in red, the other team recovers. If they roll something in green, then they recover. I'm 99% sure. So let's see if they recover. That's a 37. No, it's going to be picked up by San Francisco. Oh my gosh. And all those people that were like, go for it, go for it. Well, now you don't seem so smart. So now we got a fumble return. Nothing good can happen except for a 33. 31. So no return on the fumble return. Okay, well, San Francisco is going to take over, and they have it up by, and it's going to be 1st and 10, and it's 8 minutes to go. I don't think we took off time on that one, so 10 seconds because of the turnover. So San Francisco has it, and they're going to definitely take 40 seconds off the clock. And I'm not going to do any sideline passes because these will be out of bounds. In fact, I want to run. I'm going to do it until I get a run. So it's going to be a line plunge versus E. So it's a 1E. I can see them calling it a pass defense. 24 and a 1 is 2 yards. E and a 1 is 4-yard override. 4-yard override. 7:10 to go in the game. A 2 versus an A, 2A. 38 is 10 yards. An A and a 4 minus 2, so it's going to be still an 8-yard pickup. And a first down, San Francisco. 1, 2, 3, 40 seconds off the clock. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Trying to burn some time here in Super Bowl 54. A 2 and an A, 2A. 26 and a 2 is 6. A and a 2. It's going to be nothing, so 6 yards. Second down. 40 seconds off the clock. Hey, man, don't be Kyle. Run the ball. Run the ball. I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, 2nd and 4 on the 31. Colin Kaepernick is going to try and run it here. It's a 1 versus a D, a 1D. 36 and a 1 is a 1 yards. And a D and a 1. It's going to be a 5 override. A D override, and it's going to be a first down. And 5:10 to go now. They're putting the pressure on. Putting the pressure on with a couple first downs here. Kansas City has not been able to stop San Francisco unless San Francisco's turned the ball over in the second half. Here we go. It's going to be a 1 versus A, 1A. 1A. 24. 2. A and a 1 is no adjustment, so 2-yard pickup. Second down. And, no, I said I was not going to do a sideline pass. There's no way they would throw it to the sideline in this, so I'm not going to hit it again. I'm just run 3 versus an F, 3F. This could be interesting. 34 is 8 yards. And a F and a 3 is no adjustments. 8 yards. Wow. And a first down. And 3:50 to go. And they're bleeding the clock down big time here. Bleeding the clock down big time. And Kansas City might have to think about calling timeout here on defense. Another first down or 2, and this game might be over. A 1 versus a 1A. 32. And a 1 is a 3. An A and a 3 is going to be 4-yard override. Second is 6. 3:10 to go when they snap the ball. There'll be 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. In Super Bowl 54, up 17-10. A 1 versus A. 1A again. 25 is 3. A and a 2 is 3-yard override. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. And Kansas City's going to call timeouts. Each of them, they should all have 3, by the way. Kansas City's going to call timeout. So it's just a 10-second runoff. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down here. Huge 3rd down here. And it could be a run or a pass. So I'm just going to let it roll. Now, whatever it is, it's a pass, a short pass. And they were guessing pass, so it's going to be F. So it's 6F. Uh-oh. 23 and a bad roll. 23 and a 6 is going to be 18-yard possibility. 18 yards. Huge play. But F, they still get a defense. F and a 1 and a 6 is going to be -4. So 18 minus 4 is what? 14 yards. And 10. And it's going to be a first down. And Kansas City will call another timeout. Otherwise, they'll take it all the way down to the 2-minute warning here. So they're going to have to stop him here. Two versus C. 2C. 23. And the 2 is 8 yards. Oh, my God. A 2. And the C is going to be, well, unfortunately, it's a 3-yard override. And again, last time out. Second is 7 on the 30. Second is 7 from the 30. A draw versus A. So 4A. 38. And a 4 is 3 yards. And a 3 in the A. -4. So they got a -4 on that. And what did they rolled a 38? So it was 3 -4 is a -1. And they're going to take it all the way down the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 from the 31. 3rd and 8 from 31. And I'm going to let them call both either a pass or a run. Because I could see doing a pass. I could see doing a run. So I'm just going to let them do it. Whatever. Oh, they called a line plunge. And they were guessing pass defense A. So it's going to be a 1A. 26. And a 1 is 8. An A and a 3 is going to be, no, it's going to be a 4-yard override. So they got into the 27-yard line. And 40 seconds off the clock. So it'll be 1 minute and 20 seconds left. They're going to kick the field goal. If they kick this, it should be over. They need anything 27 or higher. And look at, there's a 27 here. There's a 27 here. 27 to 27 to 27. There's a lot of 27s on there. Holy crap, there's a lot of 27s. Those 4 yards were huge. Look at all the 27s. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, here we go. For Super Bowl 56, they need this. Here we go. The windup. Here comes the snap. The set down. The kick. 35. And it's 27. That's good. Unbelievable. If it wasn't for those 4 yards they just got on third down on the run, if they would have thrown a pass and completed, it would have been no good. But because of the 4 yards they got within 27, which is huge. I didn't realize, like, for San Francisco, their kicker cannot kick more than 40 yards for some reason. Oh my God, he's like horrible. Who is their kicker? That's terrible. But 10-second runoff on the kick. And now they just have to be smart with keep everything in front of them. And so Kansas City, we're going to kick off. That's what we're doing, kick off. 32 on the kickoff. 68, so they'll just take it at the 25. No time off the clock on that. So Patrick Mahomes and company down by 10. Now they're going to have to call nothing but offensive plays. They're going to be doing passes. And I'm just going to call the defense for San Francisco. They're going to be playing E. They're just going to do E. Whatever they want to do, they're just going to play dime defense. They're just going to play back, give them all the running they want to do. And obviously, Kansas City's going to go into hurry-up mode. Here we go. So, Kansas City, it's either going to be short, medium, or long will be the only passes we'll accept. Or a sideline, actually, would be good because they're out of timeouts. F9 is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Let's try a short pass to start things off. Short and an E, so 6E. 33 short is 6 yards. E and a 1 is going to be 6 override. Oops, you go here. And it should be 1st and 10. There we go. So 6-yard override. And they don't get out of bounds, so it's 20 seconds off the clock, 50 seconds to go. We're going with a long pass. 8 E. 36. Ooh, 36 is a good one, except for defensive penalty. But, let's see what they would have ended up with. A 2 and an E and a long, which is a quarterback. Let's just check the chart. So if a QT or a fumble, penalty overrides. Okay, so that's what I thought. So defense 5 yards. No time off the clock on that. And a 1st down and 10. So defense must have been off sides there. All right. So at this point, we're just going to go medium pass versus a 9 defense, or E defense. So a 7 E. 38. And a 7 is 27 yards. A 3 and an E. And a medium, incomplete. If it would have gone long pass, it would have been intercepted. But a 3 is huge. Look at that. Incomplete. 10 seconds off the clock, 2nd down. I think we just do the same thing. We'll go with a long one this time. 8E. 33 is a QT result. And a 1. And no adjustment. So it's going to be a QT for Patrick Mahomes. 37. And a 14-yard pickup. 4 and right. 20 seconds off. First down and 10. At midfield. 20 seconds to go in Super Bowl 54. And yeah, we'll just go medium again. 7E. 34. Incomplete. A 4 and an E. 7. That's QT result. With an incomplete, I think the incomplete wins over that, right? No, the QT result overrides the offensive incompletion. So it's going to be another run by Mahomes. 32 on the QT is going to be a 5-yard pickup. And we'll say he got out of bounds. We'll give him one more play here. Since it's not really going to matter, we're going to go with 8E. 28. Uh-oh. 28. And along is 46. If they complete it, it might be for a touchdown. It's 46 yards on the long pass. Like literally 28 and 29 are the only two that complete. Let's see if E knocks it away. E and a 3. A 3 and a long result is, yes, interception 19, which I think overrides that, right? So you got a number. Yeah, interception and a number. It's either going to be that or it's going to be a penalty. It's like it takes second priority. So it's going to be another interception 19 yards down. 10, 20, 19. Interception return. Because why not? 34. 3 yards. And he just goes down. And that's going to do it for Super Bowl 54 with data-driven football or pay dirt pro football, Sports Illustrated pro football, whatever you want to call it. I call it data-driven football because that's the current edition of it and the stuff that you can get online and check out currently. And so, yeah, I would highly recommend you check it out. It's a really fun game. I enjoy this game. For a football game, I'm calling the offense, I'm calling the defense, and yet I'm still getting plays done pretty quickly. And that's with, having offensive charts and defensive charts, having to randomize things, having to play both offensive and defensive sides. When I play it with the cards and dice, which I own, it goes really, really smooth. I just wanted to show it off here in Excel so you guys can see it with all of its bells and whistles and check it out. So you can download all this Facile. You can download the module for free and try it out for yourself. They have like 4 or 5 of the different Super Bowls. There's not a ton of stuff, but it gives you enough to, all the charts are here. You can look at the charts. You can, like I said, there's like 4 or 5 different Super Bowl matchups that you can relive and play. And of course, if you're interested, you can go to the data-driven site, buy the program, order the seasons, order the printed files, and everything you want from there. So thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks for watching Data Driven Football Super Bowl 54. goes to the 49ers, 20-10. Huge second half by the 49ers offensively, and the score, like it was probably should have been like 27-10. The Chiefs got lucky with one interception in the second half, and that was the only time they really stopped the 49ers. It was a good half of football, and quick and pretty simple, and yeah, we got it done in like less than an hour. So what are you going to do? Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.